Welcome back to the mini-series all about how to start a drone business part 2. This video we're covering a question we get asked all the time, and that is, how much do I charge? This is a big question and I often get asked, and it's never easy to answer as it depends on so many different factors such as your experience, the gear you're using, equipment, the market rate, your margins, and so on. There isn't really a global standard of drone pricing either. You're not selling a tangible product. This is a service-based business, so there's going to be plenty of variables between company offerings. But what I will give you an understanding is that if you break it down by industry, it'll help you give you a rough idea of pricing ranges. Now, this is just based on our experience in Australia. It'll be different across the world, obviously. Real estate drone work in Australia can be challenging. I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of people doing it, which means there's more competition. You have real estate photographers as well as real estate agents just throwing up their Mavic and getting shots for themselves. But in terms of pricing, basic real estate shots in Australia are charged between $80 to $200. Now, sometimes depending on the skill and capabilities of this pilot, they might charge $400, but you're looking at the very higher end of residential real estate property. Now, some real estate ground photographers may add a drone service as a nice upsell and only charge out between $30 to $50. Now, you may think that this sounds quite low, but if they are already engaged in this operation or shooting for the rest of the house, then the effort to literally throw up a Mavic or a Phantom for 10 minutes for $50 isn't actually a bad upsell. However, let's talk about volume. Now, getting in with a large real estate company and shooting at volume can make a huge return. Our record, a few years back, we shot a maximum of 12 properties in one single day, charging them $180 per property. Now, if you do the maths, that's $2,160 in a single day. That's not bad at all. This is the power of shooting at volume. Now, on the higher end of real estate and property, the sky is the limit. You can charge anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 on a large development or a project. Or even on a larger scale, if there's a massive marketing rollout, you can add things like 3D visualizations, you can offer renders, level views, video, maybe even some VR 360 images. Now, if you package all of this up in your service offering, you could charge between $5,000 to $15,000. Now, this is of course at a very high and professional standard. If you're looking at the surveying and inspections jobs, these are usually charged at a day rate and can start from anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000. But again, there's so many factors to consider, like equipment, the processing time, output, staff that you need to pay. Now, some companies might want you to charge them per asset as well. So per power line or per light pole or per roof, they might just want a fixed cost per asset. Now, you might get a contract inspecting light poles and be negotiated down to charge maybe $40 per pole. Now, most people wouldn't get out of bed for that much, but when they give you 400 poles to do every single month, that's a $16,000 a month contract. And it might even take 10 to 15 minutes per pole, so it's actually not that bad. Now, don't forget there's also upsells. So you can upsell them on your reports, your promo videos, photos for social media, the list kind of goes on. So for video and TV production using an Inspire 2 with a 2-man crew, let's say, you can charge this out between $1,200 and $2,500 a day, perhaps. Now, at this rate, you need to think about a couple of things. You need to think about your costs. So you have to pay for 2 people, pilot spotter or pilot camera op. You need to think about the travel time, time away from the office, equipment being used there, which means equipment can't be used somewhere else on another job. There's plenty of logistics to think about and to consider when charging out your work. Now, my general advice is to try and work out the average cost that people are charging in your area and charge 10% less than what they are just starting out. Now, this will give you enough experience. It might get you more clients through the door. And then once you start getting more and more work, you can start charging a little bit more. Now, whatever you charge, you just need to make sure that you are in the black or you are making a profit. I mean, what's the real point at the end of the day if you aren't putting money back into your bank? And to save you time, I've created a really simple profit feasibility calculator. Link is in the description, or it's in Drone Masterclass Academy. Go check it out. You will be surprised how much you are either making or losing per job. It's very simple to do. You simply put in what you are charging the client at the top. Then you add the costs that are associated with this job. So you might need to factor in a 200-kilometer round trip to drive there and back. Then you might need to pay for fuel. You might need camera hire. You might need an editor at 3 hours. Put all of this down in this calculator, and at the end you will see your profit margin or the feasibility of the job. All right, I hope this gives you a good idea on what the price range is for various drone work out there. The next video we'll cover in the series is, do I need a drone license? Now this answer might actually surprise you, so make sure you hang out for that one. Also, don't forget to check out our new drone courses available at dronemasterclassacademy.com. I'll see you guys in the next one.